Welcome to a solo episode of With Whit, guys. I was about to say a solo episode of Date Night, but that wouldn't really make much sense. Carrie, my brother-in-law, he was in town from Georgia for this golf tournament. We had such a nice weekend. Granted, the boys were gone playing golf a lot, and Sonny and I were at home spending a lot of quality time together. He had so much soccer. I didn't even realize by the time we got to the soccer field that if they won the first soccer game, that meant they were playing another game an hour after. I had no idea that was a possible option. That's just like the type B / now. I was just on Jade Iveen's podcast and we decided that I'm more type C. Like, have you heard about this? It's like a little mix of A and B. Like, we like some order, but we also don't need it perfectly in order. Anyway, so I had left Penny in her crate and I was like freaking out because we really have only left her in the crate for like 2 hours at a time. But anyways, all that is to say, Sonny and I had a really, really nice weekend of just like soccer. He had 2 friends come over afterwards that then, oh my God, maybe you guys have dealt with this before, but this is actually Sonny's best friend. So I still was pretty nervous, but I let them hike up this hill. I was taking Penny on a walk. Like I needed to get Penny out. She had been in the crate all day. And then Sonny decided to invite 2 friends over to hang out afterwards. So we came home. I got Penny out of the crate. We went on a walk. I let them climb up this hill, and as they're coming down, Sonny's friend just like scrapes the back of his thigh, like not deep, but kind of long and bad. And I had to then text the parents and tell them that he had a scrape, and like I felt so bad. And I just like, she hasn't said anything to me since, but I want parents to trust their kids being with me. And like, I know this shit happens, but I don't know. I also just read this awful story about this influencer whose son passed away from a drowning incident in Arizona. And I know that this is so not in the same vein, but like just makes me realize, one, I need to check in a little bit more. I also don't want to be a helicopter parent and like the parent that is constantly just like watching them and telling them what they can and can't do. Like they're almost 8 years old, but I don't know. Right now, I'm just like that fine line between how much freedom to give them and how much to pull the reins is feeling a little bit difficult. I just feel like there's so much to update you on, some work stuff, some mom stuff, some life stuff, just keeping it real, keeping it cozy in this corner of my office, which is actually our spare bedroom. This bedroom has seen so many different versions of itself. It's now really sad. It's just like a shelf, a couch, and a rack. I don't know what to do with it. Like we have friends that come here and stay and we use it as that, but the couch bed's so uncomfortable. Like I'm almost embarrassed that people have to sleep on it. And then most of the time it's used as like my closet / office, just giving you a little bit of idea of the setting right now. I'm very, very excited because my LuvLou collaboration has launched, but as I'm recording this right now, I don't know how it's done or how everyone's received it, but it has been such a fun thing to be a part of. I mean, designing is really what lights me up. Like these creative collaborations are what really give me purpose. So for this specific collection, we created 3 different styles that are totally different, but still very me. Think like vintage aesthetic, a little bit retro meets a little bit round, but I wanted to also think of like woman on and off duty in that cool, effortless street style that we all want to emulate all the time. So for the shoot, we did a really fun shoot, which you guys have seen on my social, where we visited locations that were real parts of my day, places that I go on a daily basis that felt like me, that felt like a reflection of how I would wear the glasses. And then we wanted to amp up the looks a little bit to make the photos like a little bit more editorial, a little bit more fun. I'm like straddling the line right now. I'm like trying to have fun with fashion and wearing what I want and exploring vintage and like having fun with the photo shoots while also creating products that you can really insert into your life. So whether it's just a t-shirt and jeans, whether it's a matching sweatsuit, a hoodie and a baseball hat, whether it's a little black dress and some ballerina flats, there's a style of glasses for you. There's the Sunny, there's the Tortue, and then there's the Rose. All of them are very light. For me, that's very important. How it feels on my nose, how it feels on the bridge of my nose, how much I can see. Like, I need it to be super comfortable and wearable, yet also fashionable and not boring. So this is the Rose. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see me trying them on. You see it's like this metallic frame, a little bit of a cat eye, this really pretty bronzy champagne glass, and the silver hardware. Just loving silver. And I think this tone will look so pretty on everyone. So there's this that comes in 3 different shades. That's the Rose. Then there's the Tortue, which I love. It's a very retro vintage shade, more rectangular, but also cat eye. And so light, so comfortable. This comes in black and it comes in tortoise as well. But I just absolutely love this shade. Ultima Replenisher Tea Freshers are my latest afternoon refreshment and have been helping me big time in drinking more water, something that's really always been so difficult for me. Ultima Replenisher Tea Freshers are electrolyte powerhouses with absolutely no sugar. Before leaving the house today, I mixed up a peach green tea in my water bottle to take with me on the road before tennis. And if you are looking for a fresh new way to hydrate this summer, you've got to try the new tea freshers from Ultima Replenisher. Ultima Replenisher is a daily electrolyte drink mix with 6 key electrolytes and absolutely none of the junk. 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs. It's made with plant-based flavors and colors. It's gluten-free, non-GMO, vegan, and keto-friendly. Ultima is truly healthy everyday hydration. Their newest variety pack, Tea Freshers, just dropped in time for summer with 4 super delicious fruit and iced tea fusions. There's strawberry acai green tea, lemon black tea, peach green tea, and mango dragon fruit green tea. The lemon black tea flavor is so good for an afternoon pick-me-up. My mom loves it. I really need to start making hydration more of a habit in my life, so keeping these packets in my car and in my purse have been saving me through long work days and travel days. Get 20% off your first order and free shipping at ultimareplenisher.com with code WITHWIT20. Again, that's code WITHWIT20 for 20% off your first order and free shipping at ultimareplenisher.com. And then last but not least, this is the Sunny, which I think is going to be the most popular. So you see what I'm saying with like the round shape, and it covers a lot of your face. It's our biggest lens, but it also has a slight angle trimming at the side. Not cat. I don't want to say cat, but it reminds me of all these lenses from the 90s that I was seeing when I was doing my research and looking at old pictures of Jacqueline Bisset and Princess Diana, and even like fun ones like the Spice Girls from the early 2000s, like marrying a little bit of 90s and 2000s. So it was so fun. And you can find them at LuvLou.com, LuvLou.com. And I'm just so excited for everybody to finally check out the collection. The LuvLou team was such a pleasure to work with. Australians, they just get it. Fashion wise, personality wise, like this whole collaboration has just been a pleasure, and they've trusted me. And shout out to Lindsay and Julia on my team, both helping me execute the photo shoot and shooting the photo shoot, and Gina Almonte, who helped us shoot the photo shoot and really help bring the vision to life, which was me like off duty, all dressed up. And Sunny got to come and Penny got to come. Sorry also for the vacuuming happening in the background. But let's move on. Let's move on to a little High Confectionary update because we're working on some really cool stuff with them. And I feel like I just want to talk it out with you. First of all, I'm not sure if you know, we have a pretty new flavor out. It's the chill out flavor and it comes in cherry and lime. And it is so delicious, especially as a duo to mix together. It kind of tastes like a cherry lime soda. And they're just really great for the end of the day when you just wanna unwind. So, wanted to fill you in on those. We have the obvious uplift, which are like the anytime gummies, social, hangout, whatever you want. You're not gonna get in your head. They're only 1 milligram. I don't want to lecture you on them. I have on here before, but just reminding you that they're out there and you can use my code Whitney for 20% off at any time, guys. Just use Whitney, okay? Last but not least, there's the sleep, which I feel like literally everybody like should not be sleeping on. This formula right now has a little bit of melatonin in it. We're coming out with a new flavor coming out soon, working on the packaging, working on the formulation. It's not going to have melatonin in it, but if you aren't averse to melatonin, you should really try the sleep ones. They are a dream for sleep, you guys. All you really need is one. Sometimes I take two when I really want to be knocked out. It's a really small little company. And right now, there's really only like 3 of us working on it on a day to day basis. And we're focused mostly on sales at the moment and trying not to do too much with like marketing and social and events and all that kind of thing. Really trying to just like focus on getting the education piece out there of what the gummies are, and then just focusing on direct to consumer and engaging our customer and sending newsletters and all that stuff. So it's a part of the business that I'm learning a lot about because, like, I want to be creative. I want to be developing new flavors and doing events and partnering and creating products. And, like, that part of the process is sometimes what has to get a little push to the back when you're in like a fundraising mode. But we are working on a really cute collab with Swa Supret, which is this really cute coffee shop and deli on Larchmont, and we're creating a custom drink with them and gonna sell our gummies there, and I'm really excited about that. So, don't be afraid of these gummies. They're not gonna knock you out. They're just little pick-me-ups that meet you where you're at, and they actually taste good, which is what matters. Okay, let me take a look at my schedule because I've noticed that I haven't really been looking at my schedule lately, and then I've been missing things that are happening. I have a FaceTime with Lizzie, my new stylist, which you all need to be following and talking to and connecting with. I found Lizzie just simply on Instagram. I can't even remember where at this point. She thinks it's from this running video where she was interviewed by this person that interviewed people running around the city. I guess maybe that girl recently got, quote, canceled, or people got upset with her for interviewing someone on the Trump staff. But anyways, I saw her in this video and I was like, that girl's so cute. And she said she was a stylist and she was running around doing errands for her clients. And so I just like DM'd her. I was like, I really need someone who gets it, who gets my style and doesn't want to change me, but wants to amplify it and wants to help me keep organized. And so she has just been amazing. And I'm supposed to be having a FaceTime with her in 10 minutes to go through just like day looks. So that's what I really need the most help with. Like, I can style looks for anyone else. Like, put me in your closet, put me in my sister's closet, put me in my best friend's closet, and like I can put stuff together for them. But when it comes to myself, I cannot put it together. It's just, there's like a brain block. So, working with her has been so fun because she really gets my vision. Like, I don't want to just wear essentials. I don't want to just be t-shirt and jeans girl. Like, that's what I turn to when I don't know what else to wear, but I really do want to have fun with fashion and play with silhouettes and like get dressed every day. That makes me happy. That's part of why New York makes me happy because I have the motivation to do that because I'm going to be out and about all day and I want to bring that back here more. So, working with her has just been really refreshing, and I'm excited to have that call with her. And if anybody has like a little extra budget to spare, look into a personal stylist. It's not just for people who are going to events and red carpets. Like, this is helping me day to day feel my best. And it's really, really worth it. Cause also we can shop so much in our closet. Like, it doesn't even require me shopping that much. So it's just a nice treat for myself. I consider it a self-care situation. Let's talk about dry, crackly lips and how to avoid them. It's actually all about SPF. I'm always forgetting SPF for my lips, and I'm reminded of this the hard way. Painful, dry lips are just absolutely the worst. And with just 3 layers of skin compared to 15 on your face, lips are more vulnerable to sunburn, fine lines, and premature aging. I am in love with Iris and Romeo's new Weekend Skin Lip SPF 30. It's not just another lip balm, it's a complete lip upgrade. Iris and Romeo's Weekend Skin Lip SPF 30 is the first of its kind lip balm oil hybrid with mineral SPF 30 and moisturizing color to protect the delicate layers of your lips. It has no white cast, no aftertaste, and is formulated for sensitive skin. It comes in 3 wearable medium tint shades designed to enhance your natural lip color. I've been using the shade Dawn a ton, and it's truly perfect for me. It's just enough color to make me feel awake and polished without trying. I already know that these are going to be mainstays in my bag this summer, especially when we go out to the East Coast and it's just hot and humid and sunny. Iris and Romeo's Weekend Skin Lip Oil is your one and done from AM to PM lip look. Visit irisandromeo.com and use code WIT at checkout for 20% off your first purchase. That's irisandromeo.com and use code WIT for 20% off your first order. The summer countdown is on, and I am so excited and just keep catching myself zoning and daydreaming about potential vacations and what we want to do this summer. Aruba is actually one place I can't stop thinking about, and I know I've mentioned it on the podcast before, but it's really because it really just sounds so beautiful and calming. It's calling to me, and I just really want to bring Sunny and go. But I've heard a lot of amazing things about it. But of course, Aruba has the postcard perfect beaches. Big shout out to Eagle Beach for just being named TripAdvisor's best beach of 2025, which is saying a lot when you think of how many stunning beaches there are out there. But Aruba is more than just a pretty place. What really makes Aruba stand out is the heart of it, the people. The locals have such a deep love and respect for the island, and that's why they say when you love Aruba, it loves you back. Aruba is the perfect place to nourish your spirit, bring your family closer, and help everyone unplug from all the chaos. I would love to plan a trip with Sunny and Timmy. I can just see him running around in the water and laughing and eating fresh fruits, and I would just love to go. So if you've been scrolling through travel inspo or daydreaming about your next big escape, maybe this is your sign and we should meet there. Plan your next trip at aruba.com. That's aruba.com. Let's go into surrogacy. So I don't think I've updated you guys on this yet, but I've already done so many different podcast interviews or talked to so many different people about this. I'm like confused with who I've told it to, but we're at a little bit of a roadblock right now with our surrogacy situation. We're now looking for a surrogate again. We got matched with one, and then turns out she got an updated pap smear and she has cervical cancer cells. So she has to go down that road, which I feel awful for. I mean, I'm glad that they caught. She's very young, but yeah, it's feels selfish to go back to myself in this whole situation, but we're just back to square one with that scenario and looking for someone. We got 2 new profiles sent to us, but they were no's for various reasons, pretty straightforward reasons. One, the partner smoked, even though they said they smoked outside, and not in the car, but for me, that's enough of a no. And then the other one had some history of some depression. And like, I know that it's so hard. Like, I know that that's maybe not something that I should necessarily be judging, but when you're paying for something like this, you just want the ultimate healthy vessel. So I had to pay attention to that. I couldn't know that and then feel okay. So I have to listen to my gut, even if other people are going to judge that decision. That's okay. It's our call and we're moving on. So hopefully some new profiles will come our way in the next few days and we can get this show on the road because I am feeling impatient. I'm feeling old. I don't want to say over it because I'm not over it, but I'm just getting really impatient. Like, I just don't want to have to think about this anymore. I just want to live my life and either like know this is happening or not. And I know that's obviously so easy to say. It's just, I know that a lot of people are in that same boat. And with infertility in general, the lack of control is what really gets us because for so much of our lives, we think we can control everything, but our bodies, we cannot. And this is, again, even more out of my hands. It's another person's body that I'm choosing. So I have even less control over it. So it's like, it has all these things, but then you start complaining and then the thought pops in that's like, but you're so lucky to even be doing this. So I don't really want to go down that like pity road. I don't want to complain about it. I feel good with where I'm at right now, but as you can see, I'm just like eager for something to happen. I wish I could be more proactive, but it's not like surrogates are just falling from trees. On to like a little bit of a more fun topic. It's about to be summer. I can't believe it. Summer's happening in like 3 weeks. It's crazy. Maybe even 2 weeks. Why is school out so early on the West Coast? It's out so early. It's out the first week of June and then they go back like the third week of August. But I've started to plan our summer. Not everything is fully planned, but we're going to this cute little ranch in Southern California with a bunch of moms of the kids in Sunny's grade, like with their kids, moms and kids. I think there's about 10 of us. We're going for 3 nights, so that should be fun and interesting. I'm in charge of welcome bags. Any brands listening want to send stuff for a bunch of moms on a weekend with their kids to a ranch, let me know. But I am excited for that. I haven't really like been around that much this year. Definitely not as much as I was kindergarten. And again, that's also because there's not as much of an opportunity like kindergarten. There was circle time every Friday where the parents came and we were so much more asked to be part of the school. And then once you're in first grade, it's like whatever. But it will be fun to spend this time with the moms. Then we're home for like 3 weeks. I've scheduled a bunch of summer camp for him, some basketball, some camp at his school. And then we're taking our little East Coast trip to Vermont and maybe the Hamptons. Not quite sure. Not going to spend so much time there like we did last year just because it kind of stresses to me out a little bit. We planned until about July 10th. That's as far as we've gotten. And then he comes home and then I have 1 week of camp. And then there's like 3 weeks where we haven't planned. So we got to figure it out. So I feel like I've been ranting for a while. Before I go, I thought it would be fun if we answered some rapid fire questions. Since I'm so organized and created an outline, let's do this. All right, what's your go-to uniform right now? Honestly, it's like soft pants, either like a pair of trousers or my Etika jeans with a button down or a vintage tee, some LuvLou sunglasses, and a pair of ballerina flats or loafers. That's like emotionally all I can handle at this moment. I honestly wish I looked better for this podcast. All right, something you're proud of lately. I feel like something I'm proud of lately is not spiraling as much, really being able to be more present, and also just like being on top of my whole intuitive eating journey, and that being such a part of my brain chemistry now, really focusing on how my body feels, what it needs, and how I can be my best self for whatever I'm showing up for. What's your happy place right now? Honestly, right now, it's like early mornings before anyone wakes up, or if Timmy's out on a walk with Penny and Sunny's sleeping, and I can just like drink my coffee and maybe meditate and maybe just lay and close my eyes and just be for a little while. That feels like my most calm, happiest place. Favorite guilty pleasure show right now, it's a combination of Summer House, with Love Megan, and The Valley. With Love Megan is, like, so beyond cringe, but I can't stop watching it. I also feel like I'm subtly getting actually good tips from her, so I can't even hate. The Valley is just outrageous. Brittany's starting to annoy both Timmy and I. It's like, just because all your shit is falling apart doesn't mean everybody else has to, like, well, just because you shared all of your shit doesn't mean everybody else has to, I guess. Like, you can still have boundaries of even if you're on a TV show, but she's annoyed and she's just I think she's taking out her anger on other people. I don't wanna give Brittany a hard time, though. I really don't. She seems like such an angel, but just, like, don't give other people a hard time or make other people's situations worse than they are. Um, One product you will always rebuy, Osmosis Dermal Repair Serum, no questions asked. If you could only eat one snack forever, what would it be? Probably maybe like the honey wheat pretzels from Trader Joe's and roasted unsalted almonds, a mix of the two of those together. I know that sounds weird, but right now that just sounds so good. And it's the first thing that came into my head. I used to eat that as a snack all the time in New York because the deli by my house in Meatpacking Village had the best roasted unsalted almonds and the best honey wheat pretzels. All right. That's my catch up, you guys. If you're still here, thank you. I always imagine these episodes just like hanging in the car with you or laying next to you in the bed on like a sleepover. It means so much to me that you listen. If you want more of this kind of episode, or if you have questions for me, DM me or drop them in the comments. I obviously love hearing from you, and I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. Talk soon.